Dear student, welcome to the course Introductory Agrometeorology and Climate Change. The course code is AGRI 2018 and today is our second lecture in which I am going to discuss about the agrometeorology. Okay. Now, before that, let us just revise about the last lecture. In the last lecture, I have discussed about the four sphere of the earth, that is, one is the atmosphere, hydrosphere, your lithosphere or geosphere, and the fourth one is the biosphere. And again we have seen that in the atmosphere, that how with the altitude from the earth, the our atmosphere has been subdivided into different layer. Okay. And we have seen about the basic overview about all the four important uh, earth spheres and how these all four constitutes to make earth as a system, and how these uh, your spheres interact with each other. So in the today lecture, we will see some terminology and definitions of the three important branch of the your uh, one is meteorology, climatology, and agrometeorology. So in today lecture, I am going to discuss about the definitions and the terminology that are related with all these three important uh, areas. So the first one is the meteorology. So the meteorology, that is the Greek word meteoro, means above the earth surface, that is atmosphere, and logi means indicated signs. So metro means your above the earth surface, and logi means indicating signs. So the branch of science dealing with that of atmosphere is known as meteorology. So meteorology means the science which deals with the atmosphere. And atmosphere, we know that the atmosphere is contains all the gases that includes on the earth system. Okay. And we have also seen that how the atmosphere your atmosphere composition varies with the altitude, and on the variation in the composition with the altitude, the different sub zones has been identified, and they have been categorized into the four different spheres. So we will study about the science that dealing with the atmosphere. Lower atmosphere extending up to 20 kilometer earth surface, where frequent physical process take place. Okay. So up to 20 kilometer, that is the lower atmosphere, and where there is a maximum change taking place. Okay. And the last point is that meteorology is a combination of both physics and geography, because we are going to study about the atmosphere. So geography is important, that how the atmosphere is comprised of, and why the physics is important, that how the different uh, phenomena takes place under this lower level atmosphere, that is up to 20 kilometer from the earth surface. So it combines both physics and geography. So in short, I would like to say that meteorology is the science which deals with the study of atmosphere. And if we talk about the lower atmosphere, that is up to 20 kilometer from the earth surface, it comprises physics and as well as geography of the system. So in agriculture meteorology, we will study about the interaction between the atmosphere and the agriculture production, and which contains the growing plant or animal organism. So we can also define it an applied science which deals with the relationship between weather and climate condition and agriculture production. We can also define it like a science concerned with the application of meteorology to the measurement and analysis of the physical environment in agriculture system. The word agrometeorology is the abbreviated form of agriculture meteorology. So sometimes it is called agriculture meteorology, either it is called agrometeorology. Both are the same, one is its abbreviated form. Okay. Now, what is the difference between the meteorology and the agriculture meteorology? The meteorology, that is branch of atmospheric physics, okay, in which we study about mainly the atmosphere that is above from the earth system. Agriculture meteorology, branch of applied meteorology or a branch of agriculture as it deals with the agriculture. Here we study about the interaction between the atmosphere and your agriculture production and living organism. Meteorology, it is a weather science, and agriculture, it is a product of agriculture and meteorology, combination of both. Meteorology is a physical science and your agriculture, it is a biophysical science. Meteorology, it aims at weather forecasting. Okay, we can predict that what will be the weather conditions in uh, your within coming days. And agriculture meteorology, it aims at improving quantity and quality of crop production through meteorological skills. Means by studying the meteorological effect on our plant, on your crop, we can improve the quality and quantity. Okay. Weather service is the concern, of course, and agro advisory service to the farmers is the concern based on weather forecast. That suppose that if we can predict weather condition very well, we can advise to the farmers that in this particular zone or particular areas you should do the production of this type of crop because the weather is going to be like this. Okay. So like if we consider only India, so in different parts the climate change happens. Okay. So if we can predict that these conditions will be in the future during this crop production, so we can advise the farmers that in this June you should do the production for this particular crop. Okay. So it is a linking science to the society and it is a linking science to the farming community. So agriculture meteorology links the science with the farming community and meteorology links the science with the society. So it helps in planning cropping pattern system, that is your agrometeorology, selection of sowing dates for optimum crop yields, cost effective plowing, harrowing, weeding, it reduces losses of applied chemicals and fertilizers. If we know about the correct prediction of the weather that what is going to be, so we can advise the farmer to do the production for that particular crop. So in that case, there is no need of the extra need of the chemicals and fertilizers. Judicious irrigation to crops, efficient harvesting of all crops, reducing or eliminating outbreak of pests and diseases. And the last point is efficient management of soil which are formed out of weather action. Okay, so these are some important findings or the outcome in which your agrometeorology is going to help to the farmers or the your farming society, that how to optimize the quality and quantity of the crops by using the outcomes of the agrometeorology study, because this only deal with the interaction of the living organism or your agriculture farming with the atmosphere. So when we have the idea or when we can forecast that what the weather condition is going to be in the future, so we can advise the farmers to plant their crops regarding that. Okay. Now what are the scope of the agriculture meteorology? To study climatic resources of a given area for effective crop planning. Okay, very important point that we have discussed about. Second, to evolve weather-based effective farm operations. So as we know that what are the going to be the forecast conditions, in that case we can advise the farmers that this is going to be the weather during that days, and we can advise them to produce some particular type of the crops because we have the idea about the weather conditions that is going to be there. The third point is to study crop weather relationship in all important crops and forecast crop yield based on agroclimatic and spectral indices using remote sensing. So this point is very important. What is this? That is to study crop weather relationship, that how which crop is good during this weather. If conditions are this, which crop production in quality and quantity wise going to be more optimum. So we have a relation and we can forecast crop yields based on agroclimatic and spectral indices using the remote sensing technique. Okay. The fourth point is that is to study the relationship between weather factors and incidence of pests and diseases of various crops. So when we have some idea about the relationship between the crops and weather, so for that we can also advise them that which pesticides should be used and what are the diseases that can be. Okay. Fifth point is to delineate climate, agroecological, agroclimatic zones for defining agroclimatic analogues so as to make effective and fast transfer of technology for improving crop yield. Okay. Next point is to prepare crop weather diagram and crop weather calendars so that in future what we learn from the past that can be implemented and can be redesigned the strategies to mitigate the past effects and the optimum production for the crops. Okay. The seventh point is to develop crop growth simulation models for assessing or obtaining potential yield in the different agroclimate zones. So when we have data from one climate zones, we can develop a simulation model, and with that model we can predict that how the which crop is better for this particular climate zone, and we can also study some variation and we can see all type of the effects. So when we have the data we can also make some simulation and study and forecast about the coming future. So these are the scope of the agriculture meteorology, and if you go through all these scopes, you will find the importance of the agriculture meteorology for the farming, that how much important this subject is, because this subject or this branch of science directly relates the farming with the effect of atmosphere, that is effect of weather conditions. As you know that weather conditions have significant effect on the crop production. So when we had earlier about idea about that what the weather condition is going to be in the coming days in this particular zone, okay, a proper guidance or advisory can be issued to the farmers so that the quality and quantity for a particular crop production for that particular different climate zone can be enhanced or optimized. Now let's talk about the climatology. Okay, till now we have talked about the meteorology, agrometeorology, and now the third one is the climatology. So climatology is the science of climate which study the physical state of the atmosphere. Okay, so our atmosphere is composed of different gases. Up to 20 kilometer it comprises the lower atmosphere, above that is the higher atmosphere. So in the climatology we study the physical state of the atmosphere where over a specific region, okay, some region we have fixed, and over that we want to study the physical state of that atmosphere during a specific period, that for this much to that period what's physical state of the atmosphere, what is change is happening, what kind of reactions are happening in the atmosphere on the basis of climate data. If you look at its Latin breakup, that climatology is composed of two Greek words. One is the clima. Clima means inclination, that is latitude, and logo means science of study. Okay, so it's a kind of study of atmosphere and the physical state of the atmosphere over a specific region, over a specific period of the time, and on the basis of the climate data. So climatology is a science that seeks to describe and explain that what is the nature of the climate. Okay, and the second important thing, that why it differs from place to place. As you know that if we just look the or India, if you are moving even more than not more than 200 kilometers from one location to another location, you will find there is a change in the climate. Okay, so it also gives some insightful meaningful uh, answer of the question that why the climate differs from place to place. Then the third question for which it provides the answer is that how it is related to other element of the natural environment and human activities. Okay, so in short we can say that it is the study of the varieties of climate found on the earth and their distribution over the surface of the earth. So in the climatology, we study about the climates that is on the earth and how it is distributed over the surface of the earth. Okay, so this is all about the climatology. Now if you look, this is the temperature profile of the earth. Okay, so this is your polar zone, this is going to be your, which if you have to draw the map like this and this, so this is north pole, this is south pole. Okay, so this is the polar zone, and this is the region between Arctic circle, that is 66.5 degree latitude, and the temperature is minus 7 degree centigrade to minus 23 degree centigrade. Okay, so between the polar zone and the Arctic circle, the temperature varies from minus 20 to minus 7 degrees centigrade. Okay, then from Arctic circle to Tropic of the Cancer, okay, here the temperature is minus 7 degrees centigrade, so increases around plus 24 degrees centigrade. So here the it is 23.5 degree temperature it is found, that is the green zone. Okay, then from Tropic of the Cancer to the equator, again increase plus 26 degrees centigrade. This is 0 degree line and this is tropical zone. Okay, and from equator again there is a increase of 22 degrees centigrade, and this is value is 23.5 degrees centigrade. That is tropical of Capricorn. So this is tropical zone, this is tropical zone, and it varies from plus 20, the temperature increase from 23.5, say again 23.5 degree south. Okay, then this is the temperature zone where the temperature is 66.5 degree Antarctic circle. Okay, and from Antarctic circle to the south pole the temperature is minus 33 degrees centigrade. Okay, so this is the polar zone. So why we are studying about the temperature profile of the earth? Because due to the temperature profile of the earth, the climate over the earth or the composition of the earth's atmosphere varies. Okay, where the temperature is high, the gases are, you know, P is equal to rho RT. This is the ideal gas equation. Okay, so when the temperature is high, the gases are less dense. Okay, so density varies with the temperature density, and temperature varies with the pressure. So when one thing, that is the temperature is changing, so in the different zone of the earth that you are seeing, that it is divided to the whole earth system on the temperature basis, your density and pressure will also be vary. So the composition of the atmosphere or composition of the gases will change. That somewhere the gases are more dense, somewhere the gases are less dense, somewhere the pressure is high, somewhere the pressure is less. So if we have some idea about the temperature profile of the earth, we can also predict that what will be the pressure is going to be there, what will be the density of the air is going to be there, is the density of gases is less or more. Okay, so this is all about the temperature profile of the earth. And is here you can look on the diagram that how from the north pole to the south pole how the temperature is varying. Okay, now let's summarize what we have studied today. That meteorology is the study of the atmosphere, atmospheric phenomena and atmospheric effect on our weather. Today lecture we have seen three things. One is the meteorology, then climatology and the agriculture meteorology. Just brief about their introduction, that and some terminology. So the first one is meteorology, that is the study of the atmosphere, atmospheric phenomena and atmospheric effect on our weather. Second is climatology, focuses on how atmospheric change define and alter the world's climates. Aeronomy is the study of the upper part of the atmosphere where unique chemical and physical processes occur. Okay, so climatology where we only focus the atmosphere that is extended up to 20 kilometers from the earth's surface, and that is our lower atmosphere. Above that, in the higher atmosphere, the study that is done under the subject that is aeronomy, and up to 20 kilometer there is not too much chemical process happening, only the physical process is happening. So that physical changes we study into the climatology. But up to the above to the 20 kilometers and extended up to 560 kilometers, if we want to study the physical and chemical process that are occurring, that comes into under the aeronomy. Third one, we have seen the agriculture meteorology, that is very important, and that is the science which aims at applying meteorological knowledge to the improvement of the agriculture in terms of quality and as well as quantity. Okay, because when we have a weather forecast, we can guide or we can advise to the farmers that for this particular June, under this type of the condition, the quality and quantity for this particular crop will be better, so they can uh, choose that crop. Okay, so this is all about the lecture today. Now these are the some reference books that you can follow. These are the questions for practice. A very important question, you have to go through that. The first one is define climatology and meteorology. That difference should be clear to you. Okay, then agrometeorology, very important topic. Then why meteorology is important. Okay, the fourth question is define agronomy and focus its importance in crop production. Last question is illustrate the significance of soil temperature for crop production. Okay, so all these questions you have to practice, and I think I have tried to cover the answer for all these questions in this particular lecture. Okay. So as part today lecture, we have seen the different branches of the science. One is the climatology, agrometeorology, and your meteorology. And I have explained that how agrometeorology affects the quality and quantity of the crop production. We have seen that the climatology, in which the physical reaction that happens in the Earth's atmosphere up to 20 kilometers from the Earth's surfaces, that study comes into the climatology, and above that we are going, so that comes into the aeronomy. Okay, and the first one is the meteorology. So we have seen just an overview of all these three important areas today in today's lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture till now. Thank you.